first of all, I mean, the reason for doing this, John, I mean, you talk about tolerance and intolerance. I mean, there are people out there, sadly, who are seeking to divide us. We are a government of one nation. We want to bring people together to ensure we are living together as one society. But there are those who are trying to promote hatred and intolerance, seeking to divide us into a them and us and undermine our British values. And what we are proposing is a bill which will have certain measures within it, measures such as introducing banning orders for groups and disruption orders for individuals, for those who are out there actively trying to promote this hatred and intolerance, which can lead to division in our society and undermines our British values. But it will be part of a bigger picture, a strategy which will also have as a key part of it actually promoting our British values, our values of democracy, rule of law, tolerance, and understanding, acceptance of different faiths.
And freedom of speech, an essential prerequisite of a tolerant and decent society. And if you ban groups of people from getting together and talking about the things that worry them about the way our society is heading, don't you become a part of it?
No, well, first of all, I would say that your description of what we're proposing to do is not right.
Well, you're talking about banning groups of groups of people getting together.
We're not talking about banning groups of people getting together who are simply talking about problems in society or what they perceive as issues that need to be addressed.
So when do they step over the edge?
We are talking about the extremism of all sorts, Islamist extremism, but also other forms of extremism like neo-Nazism, that is seeking to promote hatred, that is seeking to divide our society, that is seeking to undermine the very values that make us a great country to live in, that make us this great pluralistic society.
And how do you divide a society then? Let's assume, for instance, that a group of people put together a meeting at which they expressed views about homosexuality that you or I might perhaps find repugnant. Would they be dividing society?
What we're talking about here is an extremism that has an impact, that is divisive, that is trying to undermine our values.
Well, that would be divisive, wouldn't it?
That is trying to undermine our values. But the reason that we're doing this is, first of all, because we do need, I think, to ensure that we are together as one society. We are one nation. We are working
Speaking
to
with
ensure
one
that
voice?
there will be different views within that nation. Of course there will be different views.
Indeed.
And nobody is suggesting that different views cannot be expressed. But one of the reasons for looking at this issue of extremism is the path down which it can lead people.
And all right, she goes on there. But I mean, it's one of the things I think we should dig out from that is basically that she says, but what we're talking about is the key values that underline our society and are being undermined by the extremists. Values like democracy, a belief in democracy, a belief in the rule of law, a belief in tolerance for other people, equality and acceptance for other people's faiths and religions. One of the great things about living in the United Kingdom is that we have all a right to live our lives as we choose to live our lives. But no, these are the issues that she's actually going after. She's disallowing people from actually living their lives the way they want. They don't understand. It's so glaring, right? But
it is. It's a deep contradiction within liberalism, but it's also a deep contradiction within conservatism. Well, the fact is, conservatives now are in a world that is dividing on its own. I mean, Richard Spencer is not dividing the United Kingdom. I wish I had such powers. I don't. The United Kingdom is being divided because you're bringing in radically different races, people with radically different religions that are in conflict, or a religion that's in conflict with people who have no religion at all, like Islam. That this is why the United Kingdom is breaking down. And a conservative like Theresa May, you could even say a conservative like Angela Merkel. Let's not forget, Angela Merkel is on the right in Germany. Her career began as a post-communist, kind of more free market oriented person from the former East Germany. But you have Theresa May. She's this conservative. She wants to bring this oneness, a certain sense of nationhood to the United Kingdom. Well, that's not going to work. You can't have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have both. You can't have radically different people entering a society and then maintaining this sense of order and national community.
No.
So I think vis-a-vis people like Theresa May, even though one could say that Richard Spencer or others were the extreme conservatives, well, okay. There's something to that. I certainly do look to the past for models. There are many institutions like the family and other things that I not only respect, but I want to revive and expand. That being said, vis-a-vis people like Theresa May, vis-a-vis people like Angela Merkel, we are revolutionary radicals. I in a way understand the fact that they don't want to tolerate us because we are outside their system. We're bringing in something radically different. We're bringing in a new order. And I think we should recognize it doesn't even matter if that's how we see ourselves. A lot of people in our movement probably don't want to think of themselves as a revolutionary. Those are the people we want to, stamp out. And they want to think of themselves as being true to tradition and so on. But this is how our enemies view us. And I think our enemies are right on this. We are offering an anti-system view. We are offering a different vision for society. And so it is natural that they view us as such.
So they will become conservative in their liberal values now then, right?
Right. They're
those.
Conservatives protecting liberal values. I mean, that's, another kind of irony of conservatism itself is that it's a relativistic doctrine. There were conservatives in the Soviet Union. Brezhnev, you could say, was a conservative of the Soviet Union. He wanted to maintain the institutions. He wanted to maintain a sense of order. He wanted to have just enough, say, Russian nationalism, but not too much, just enough Marxism, but not too much. He is a conservative. So what we have now is this contradiction of conservatives where they are attempting to maintain a oneness of these societies that are cracking up.
That's right.
And again, I don't think we should support them. I think that's what Mitt Romney wants to do, or Marco Rubio, or Jeb Bush. Let's get everyone. We're going to